So every one of you should be able to see my screen, able to hear me. I'm available now, and
Yes.
my screen should be visible clearly, right?
Yep.
So last class, what are we discussing about? In the last class,
Implementation. Creation of an
creating
implementation file.
implementation.
okay. Yes. Yesterday we were discussing about, in the last class we were discussing about one practical thing, that is creating implementation application. The implementation application which we have created, we created it on top of framework application. We have a framework application. On top of framework application, we have created implementation application. And
Because
after the practical is over, I have explained about how to uh, I have explained about difference between App Studio and Dev Studio. Not in detail, I just given you some information. Both are for developer purpose only, but App Studio can do very few things that a Dev Studio can do. Okay, so Dev Studio is for LSA developers. That is going to be for LSA developers in future, but as of now we are using Dev Studio. Okay, and App Studio is somewhat a shortcut way of Express, means speed development. Say at a faster pace you can create something and you can implement something. And someone was asking question, give me 1 minute. What is the question? Framework application and implementation application cannot be same. Cannot be same in the sense names. The name of not only framework implementation. In one Pega rules process commander environment, if you are creating n number of applications, I have 10 to 15 applications. So every application name should be unique. You should not give two different applications the same name. The ID should never match. Okay, clear? Make sense? Okay, that's the point. Okay, and here you go now. Here you go. See, there are some things I have written there. Now, organization structure I have explained you just for basic idea. In the real world, an organization structure is something where we have our business defined at different levels. The topmost level is said to be organization, and under the organization we can have one or more divisions. Under each division we can have one or more units. Under each unit we can have subunits. It is generally possible. Okay, now out of these three levels, what is the level in which the transactions can be created and processed? Which level? Unit level. In the real world also, if you see, same thing, unit level only. Then what is the purpose of organization and division levels? Organization level is going to help you to supply common functionalities to the bottom level. Similarly, division also will supply that. With respect to classes, these levels, we will experience these levels as classes in our real development. That's where we are going to travel towards. Now you see here, we are today going to discuss about object oriented programming system concepts. OOPS stands for object oriented programming system. It defines some concepts. Can you tell me what is the meaning of a system? System defines concepts. What is the meaning of system means? On what basis we are stating that the App Studio is used for Express development, and if it's lacking with many, that's what I am trying to tell you about App Studio is Express development, means anything you are creating, it can be created in a faster pace compared to Dev Studio. Okay, as of today it is providing only few features, but see, in next 3 to 4 years App Studio improvements will be done. So Pega's main intention is avoid developers using App Studio unless he is going to be a tech lead. Tech leads will use, sorry, avoid using Dev Studio. I'm sorry, avoid using Dev Studio, only use App Studio. You are an experienced person of 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. You have to sit with App Studio only. Only LSA, tech leads, solution architects, they will use Dev Studio in future. That's really going to happen. App Studio is it's been started building since past 2.5 years like that. Okay, it is in progress. Okay, just you need to wait on that part. So object oriented programming system the system related concepts I am going to explain. So what do you mean by system? What does the system provides? You know, computer is a system. What does the system provides? System provides a network with set of rules you are telling. System means it's going to contain something which is predefined. It's already defined. Already defined means the defined one you can utilize. The defined one you can utilize. So here, what is the meaning of concept? Can you tell me what is the meaning of concept? Interview will get one or more questions. Give me 1 minute. Interview will get more questions from Dev Studio or App Studio. It's not about Dev or App Studio. You will get questions generally. Okay. Generally you'll get. Now tell me, what do you mean by concept? What is your understanding about a concept? What is meant by concept? These are general questions. Concept means what? Okay, I will tell you, I will ask you this way because you are pretty much attached to these things. I have a story, that is cinema story. The cinema story is been, I mean, like, what do you call it? It's been produced. It's been produced by some production house, and I got the film out. I got the film out. Now you tell me, I have a story written on a paper, and now it has been filmed, and you got the film out. So out of these two, film and the story paper, which one is concept?
Story.
Story paper. Now you tell me, what do you mean by concept? What do you mean by concept? From this example, you can say, right? Concept is a idea. Concept is a idea. Idea, you have to make it real. When you make it real, can it is going to serve the purpose that you want? So is idea going to serve the purpose? Idea, when you transform into reality, is that going to serve the purpose? The reality is going to serve the purpose. Now, object-oriented programming system concept. Concept means what? Object-oriented programming system is an ideology. The ideology can be implemented. Ideology can be implemented in the real world. So who will implement? Technologies will implement. The ideology of object-oriented programming can be adapted into any technology, and the technology implements the ideology. Understand? Now, what technologies have implemented the ideology of object-oriented programming system? You know. Tell me, what are the technologies you know? Object-oriented programming system,
Java.
right, is implemented by some technologies in the market. Go ahead. Yes.
Java.
Java, Python,
Python.
C++,
.NET.
VB,
C++,
.NET framework,
C++.
C#. These all right.
DevOps.
See, object-oriented programming system is not something which is of Sun Microsystems or Microsoft company or Oracle companies. It's a concept. This concept can be utilized into programming languages. Why should I utilize? Means I have some advantages. Concepts are going to give me, my programming language is going to get some advantages because of that concept adaptability. If I adopt the concept into my programming, I am not talking about application development, talking about the programming language. My meaning is, I am a software techie. I am developing a programming language. I am not saying I am developing application. Application you develop using programming language. I am developing programming language. The language compiler I am developing now. When developing programming language, I can adopt object-oriented programming system. Concepts I can provide in my programming language. Now, anyone using my programming language, indirectly working on object-oriented programming concepts, indirectly implementing object-oriented programming system concept with the help of my programming language. That's what you are doing in Python, C++, Java, C#, VB. All this, what are you doing? You are trying to implement the concepts of object-oriented programming system with the help of a programming language, because that programming language has adopted that particular system. Understand clear? Now, what are the concepts other than whatever I have written here? One more is there. So yesterday someone was asking polymorphism, that will be covered later. Now, first concept is encapsulation. Remember, encapsulation is a concept. Encapsulation is a concept. You can understand it like a plan, otherwise a story produced as a movie, or a plan drawn, building plan drawn on a paper. Reality is building. Okay, understand clear? Now, So encapsulation means, see, what does encapsulation concept says? Okay, you have programming language. If it has to be said as object oriented programming language, it should have encapsulation implemented in your programming language. It should have inheritance implemented in your programming language. Provision should be there. And it should have polymorphism, all those things. Now encapsulation concept says, it says group the functional components and attributes. So grouping of, I can say like grouping of functional components and attributes into a single unit. It defines the structure. It defines what? Structure. Single unit means what? It's a structure. So you are trying to provide your technology to the world such that they can develop applications. Okay, good. But the technology should have a proper structure. It should not be something like you write your own way, I write my own way. It should have a proper guidelines of structure. That one unit structure which is comprised of functional components and attributes. That is called as the process of encapsulation. Your programming language should have the ability to implement the encapsulation concept. Means it should have your programming thing. Your programming thing should be like a group. It should appear like a group. Inside the group, you can implement any number of functionalities, any number of attributes you can define. So attributes, functional components, you should not define outside. You group into, pack into something. Encapsulation word meaning, you can see, capsule. Capsule means a tablet, right? If you're going to take a tablet, actually tablet is a cover. Tablet, whatever you're taking in, that's actually really a cover. That's not actual medicine. Actual medicine is inside the cover. The outer coating, if you remove it, inside it, chemical composition, actual medicine will be available. Correct? So they will not give you actual medicine directly. They are going to encapsulate it and provide you as a tablet, small capsule. Okay. Now, same way, what are the examples, real world examples of encapsulation concept? That is very simple. Laptop. If I say, really laptop doesn't have any behavior. If you think about laptop as a cover is not having any behavior. Coating, capsule coating is byproduct. It will not give you anything. Okay, it is just a byproduct. It will go away. Inside functional components only will function. Correct? In the same manner, see, whenever you have a question, I'll get back to you. That time you can ask me. Now listen to me carefully. Okay. Now this laptop as a cover doesn't make sense. But if you don't have this cover, you cannot carry this hard disk, RAM, central processing unit. This and all you cannot carry without cover. You need cover everywhere. You need cover, right? Now the components which are available in this cover, central processing unit, CPU, RAM, hard disk, these are all functional components. These functional components are being packed into this cover called as laptop. This laptop is an example of encapsulation. This TV is an example of encapsulation. As a human, our body is example of encapsulation. As a human body is just a cover, right? Actual functional components are there inside: heart, lungs, kidneys, eyes, okay, whatever the other components that are available. These are going to function so that you experience the behavior of the cover. You experience the behavior of the encapsulated unit. So I am behaving means internally functional components are running, of course, right? My laptop is producing a behavior of displaying, playing some movie, playing songs, or allowing me to type something. This is the behavior it is producing. Actually the laptop cover doesn't make any sense, but internal functional components are running. So you take an example of car. So there is a car. Car is an example of encapsulation. What are the functional components in car? Engine, main functional component; gearbox, functional component; steering, functional component; wheels, functional. Each functional component, it has its own behavior, right? Now encapsulation is a concept. Your programming should be grouped Inside the group, you should define the functional components and attributes. So what do you mean by attribute? I will tell you example. You take an example of AC, air conditioner. Air conditioner is an example of encapsulated unit. There are so many functional components available. Okay, compressor, fan, inside that fan is there, compressor is there, and so many other things. I'm not very much sure about the components, but so many other things are there, right? LED light is there inside that, many things. Now I'm going to take a remote and say 24. 24 means I'm going to get certain level of cooling. If I say it as 19, 19 means even more cooling. Now AC is taking an input value, temperature value, accepting some input, accordingly it is producing some output behavior. Yes or no? So every encapsulated unit, when executed means, I'll tell you, without turning on AC, is it going to accept the input, your input? You did not turn on the AC. Is it going to accept the input? No, right? Okay. So every encapsulated unit, when executed, accepts an input, comma, process the input. It will process or not? And generates the output. That is the real purpose of every encapsulated unit in this world. See, we are a human being. We accept input. As long as we have life, we accept an input. That is food we will take. Food items we will be accepting as input. It will be processed by our organs. And it will generate, this encapsulated unit will generate an output of energy. It will generate energy. Food, if you take intake, it will be processed, and what is the output you are seeing? Energy. If you're not taking food, can you move from here to there? No, right? You cannot produce any behavior unless you are having some input. Without having input, it is impossible to generate the output. You do not have any energy. So whatever the food you are taking, it will be converted into energy output. And for conversion, it is taking some time to process, right? Every encapsulated unit will be same in the world. Everyone clear about encapsulation concept? Are you clear? So that's what. Now here attribute means how much food item you are taking inside. What is the quantity of the food you are taking? Okay, I'll tell you example. Okay, AC, I'm giving 24, 25, 26, these values 19. These are called attribute values. What is temperature here is an attribute. So you are driving on a car. Car is encapsulated unit. What is the input you are giving it to? Petrol. And while driving also you are giving some inputs additionally. Gear number 2, it will go slow. Behavior is changed. Gear number 5 means it will go faster, right? So now the behavior is different, correct? So like this, every encapsulated unit will have some functional components and attributes. Attributes are going to control the behavior of the entire unit. Yes or no? Gear number 5, gear number 2, gear number 3. Fan, you take fan 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. It will control the behavior with what speed the fan should rotate. Okay. So attributes will be there in every encapsulated system and functional components will be there. Attribute values will be given to functional component. Functional component accordingly will function. 2 number if you give, that will run slowly. 4 number you give, it is going to run somewhat faster. Understand clear everyone? So rotation unit will be there, no? That will be rotated. So now encapsulation concept I want to implement in technology. I want to bring that into technology. Now it has been brought into technology in the name of class. So in the technology, if you say encapsulation is a word which you use as a generic terminology related to object-oriented programming system. Same when implemented in a technology, you call it as class. Now you just go ahead with Java, C++, Python, all these. These all have a concept. These all have something called as class. Class is actually encapsulation concept. Encapsulation concept is been implemented, named as class in the technology. So now class is grouping of functional components comma, functional components. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll write down the same. So the definition of class can be same or not. Grouping of functional components and attributes into a single unit is called as class. Every class when executed accepts an input, processes the input, and generates the output. That's it, done. Class is nothing different than encapsulation, where encapsulation is a concept, class is a technical aspect of reality. Okay, technical aspect of reality. That means when you are working on any programming language like Java, C++, Python, you want to implement something, you must enclose that in the class. You must enclose that in the class name, and open brace, closed brace. Inside you will write down functional components. You will define attributes. That is programming language approach. In Pega also you will create classes. But in Pega, it is not a programming language. No, everything is user interface based. Navigations. Right click on this, so and so navigation, give a name in the form, click on submit or click on create. Class will be created internally. You don't see coding way. So, but you will create the same thing. Why Pega classes are there? Because it is implemented using Java. Pega core engine is Java engine. So it has classes that will practically create UI based. We will create everything. So you will be experiencing these things in Java, in Pega. That's why I'm explaining you object oriented programming concepts. Okay, everyone clear with encapsulation and class? Both are not different. Man. That's what I'm saying. Both are not at all different. Encapsulation is a concept. So encapsulation is a story. Class is a film which is already filmed. Film is there, right? So encapsulation reality is class. Make sense? At least with the examples you should be able to understand. Both are not different at all. One is concept, one is implemented concept. Concept implemented. Okay. So next one I'm going to explain you about inheritance concept. This is very much essential in the programming language to achieve reusability, ease of extension, and sharing. Inheritance advantages I will tell you, and then I'll justify those things. Advantages of what is inheritance, I'll tell you. Just give me 1 minute. Reusability. So second one, easy to extend, can you tell me what do you mean by reusability? Do you understand the concept of reusable? What do you mean by reusable? What do you mean by reusable?
We can use any n number of times.
You can use the same thing. Okay, I'll tell you. You can use the same thing n number of times, okay, into n number of different places. N number of different places. I'll tell you a best example of reusability. A reusable component. You take a double bedroom flat. 2 bedrooms are there. 1 hall is there. In 2 bedrooms, I have fixed 2 TVs. Because bedroom 1 someone should watch TV, bedroom 2 someone should watch TV. So 2 TVs I have fixed, 2 dish boxes I have purchased, means 2 connections. Okay, now overall cost is 10,000 rupees. Overall cost for 2 is 10,000 rupees. So I want to save the money now. I want to make a TV reusable so that both can watch. I wanted to purchase only 1 TV, set up only 1 TV, 1 setup box. 5,000 it will be over, but I want both to be watched. Both should be able to watch. What can I do? Can you tell me? What can I do to achieve this? I told you example.
We can keep that in the living room.
Fix the TV in the living hall. In the living hall, if you are going to fix the TV, 1 TV, 1 dish connection, 5,000 rupees only. Both bedrooms you don't have to fix. They will come and watch in the living room. No, that's it, done. This is called you are reusing into different areas. Okay, that is reusability concept. Okay, and that is going to save your money and all. Okay, now in the same way, if you write a programming logic can be reused into multiple places. If you want to reuse like this, you need to depend on a concept called inheritance. I'll tell you another example. There are 3 people: father, child 1, child 2. So child 1 wants to work on a laptop. from morning 9 o'clock to afternoon 1 o'clock. That's his time to work on laptop. After 1, he is occupied with another work. He doesn't want any laptop. Now child 2 wants to utilize laptop from afternoon 2 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock. Morning he will be busy with other work. Now tell me, as a father, should I purchase 2 laptops, one for child 1, one for child 2, or one laptop is enough? One laptop
One
is
is
enough.
enough.
I will buy one laptop. For myself, I have one laptop. I don't use it. I'll buy on my name. My laptop can be shared by my children. Child 1 will take morning time, child 2 will take afternoon. This is reality. That's why physical component, right? At a time they cannot take. If it is a soft component, they can take copies. It's physical component. I'm telling this example. This is called reusable. It's being reusable into different places, right? Same way, if you create any functional component and you want to make it reusable into different places below levels, you need to depend on a concept, or you need to implement a concept called inheritance. What is the concept? Inheritance defines parent and child relationship. Inheritance defines parent and child relationship among the classes. I told you parent, father, 2 children. No, father is 1 class, 2 children are 2 classes. 2 children are same level classes, siblings. Father is above level. You draw your family tree structure in a tree type. Above, grandfather, father, you. Yes or no? Same way. So we can implement a concept called as inheritance, apply in the technology. Okay, when you apply inheritance concept in the technology, you will be able to define the inheritance relation between these classes, where one class acts as parent class, other classes acts as child classes, or children, you can say child classes. Other class acts as child classes. Now in the concept of inheritance, a child class can access the functional components and attributes can access from parent class, but not vice versa. It is very simple. So in India, how it works, the property of a father can be accessed and utilized by all children. That is a legal right in India generally. But it is not legal that child property should be accessible to father. Generally, in general, I am telling. Don't go in depth into social things. Okay. Generally, I am telling, right? So, and also brother property, this other brother cannot access. Co-brother cannot access. I do not have any rights to ask or access my brother property. Yes or no? That's same concepts are being used in technology. Object-oriented programming system is entirely human life. Encapsulation is human body. Inheritance is family relation. Father, child, parents and children, like that. So now when you are creating classes, no, you create classes in a proper organizing manner. Such that where you define some classes as parent classes, some as children. So now reusable components we place in the parent class, which can be accessed by one or more child classes. Understand clear, everyone? So in the yesterday's diagram, you see, I'll open the diagram. What is a diagram? Organization structure, right? That organization structure now we can discuss as classes, okay, as well. So tree structure, if you draw, topmost parent, this is topmost parent. It has 3 children. 3 children again have another children. So now this particular child can access the features from the parent. Yes or no? Can access. And this particular child can access the features from its parent. There is one more concept you need to learn in technology, inheritance. Parent can have another parent. Similarly, like in our family, parent can have parent, no, parent has parent, no. So a grandson can access the property of grandfather as well as father. Grandson can access the property of grandfather as well as father. It's like a chain. It's like a chain. Now, parent of parent features also can be accessible to child, grandchild. Understand this point? You need to remember. We'll get it in future. So, in the inheritance concept, example I'll tell you. See, example, class A, class A. Okay, something is there in class A. Something is there inside class A. We don't have to bother about what is there inside class A. And class, I'm sorry, class A, that is not about. Class B, class B. Class B inherits class A. I have written like this for your better understanding. Class A, which means class B is child of A. I am writing one more thing. Class C inherits. Will not write like this in Pega. In Pega, everything is UI. Class B. Now I will define something here. Okay, I'll define something here. One property. Property first name. What is the property? First name. Can this first name be directly accessed without defining first name in C? First name can be accessed. First name can be accessed from class A into class C. Class C without defining here. Without defining here, because it is from parent. Because it is from parent of parent. Parent of parent can be accessed to grandchild. Parent of parent can be accessed to parent of parent can be accessed by grandchild. Okay, this is like it is applicable to n number of levels. You need to understand one thing, that it is applicable to n number of levels. Like in real time, we can have 10 classes also. Hierarchy of inheritance. Hierarchy means level 1, level 2 is child, level 3 is child of level 2. Like this, bottom one can access all top features. So this is going to give you a facility of no need to create the component again and again. I'll tell you one example by classes. Okay, meaningful class names I'll write down and I'll tell you the example. Then we can easily discuss types of classes. You take a business of bank. What is the business? Otherwise, okay, take a business of bank. Okay, in a bank, bank is actual business application. Bank is application. Bank application. Inside a bank application, you create classes. You create classes. What are the classes that I am going to create? Let's say loan class. For your better understanding, I am giving at the end as class so that you can understand this is a class. Loan class. What does a loan class will do? In a loan class, loans transactions will be initiated. Loan transaction will be processed and finalized, settled down at there. Now, another one is insurance class. What is the next one? So you go to bank, you're applying for insurance policy. Bank is also going to provide insurance policies. Okay. Now insurance policy you are providing. Insurance transactions will happen at insurance class. Next, what is the third one? You can say cards. Cards means it can mean any card you want to apply. Credit card you want to apply in a bank, go to cards. So cards class. And one more is there, verification class. One more is there. So verification things, address verification, employment verification, salary you're getting properly or not, your income verification, all that will be done by verification. Actually, here we are considering these as classes. In the reality, these will be called as departments. Yes or no? Physically, you imagine a bank as a building. Inside a bank building, you have one department, loans department. One more department, insurance department. Third one, cards department. When you go into bank and ask for insurance, they say that room number 3, sir. That room number 3, insurance department, go there. Okay, you ask for card applying, so room number 4 you go, sir. And loans, go to room number 1. Something like that, they will guide you. These are all you can imagine like that so that you can much better understand. So whatever we are creating as a software product, definitely everything is available physically in the real world. Otherwise, you don't need it actually. Right? Now, loan transactions will happen at loan class, insurance will happen at insurance, cards, and verification will happen here. Now you tell me, out of these 4 classes or 4 departments, verification if I want to do, which department is going to do verification? Verification department. Verification department. Now, verification department has a functional component called verify. Verify is a functional component. Verify is a functional component. there they have certain features implemented here. Verify is a functional component. Now actually verification I need at loan class, verification I need at insurance class, verification I need at cards class also. 3 places I need verification. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Verification to be done at all 3 levels. At all 3 levels. That means actually verification related components, functional component, I should actually have to create at 3 places. While loan is getting processed, I need verification components. While insurance processing, I need verification to be done. While cards are getting processed, I want to issue a credit card, I want to verify something. But instead of creating a place, can you please be on mute? Someone, there's a lot of noise coming. Otherwise, you can message me on chatting window, please, because some disturbance and noise coming. Okay. Am I audible now? I have unmuted. Ping it on the chatting. Do not unmute. Listen to me carefully. Now, verify. How many times you have created verify? 3 times. 3 times you have created in 3 different classes, right? Why should you create 3 times the same thing? It's not the right way to develop. The same component, 3 places you have created side by side, you created again from the scratch. Side by side you cannot copy, not possible. Okay. Now remove these 3 places, simply create a verification class. Simply create a verification class. Verify. And this class also you remove here. You create this class above level and place the verify component at the above level. Now this loan class inherits which class? Verification. I'm because of space issue I'm writing in short. You'll be able to understand, right? When you create this insurance class, inherits from verification class. Cards class inherits from verification, so that verify can be access verify. Access verify is possible here. You are not actually creating, you are accessing. This can access and this can also access. How many times you created verification functional component now? Only one time. But how many different places you reused? 3 different places. In future, if I am going to add one more department here, one more class newly, if I am going to introduce where I need verification to be done, should I create verification functionality once again? I'm going to reuse. You are able to achieve this reusability because of inheritance concept. If there is no inheritance defined, it is not possible to access. So usually parent classes will be top level defined, child classes will be bottom level defined. Understand clear everyone? Online students, every one of you understand the concept of inheritance and the need of inheritance. This is going to eliminate the redundancy. No redundancy. No redundancy. Redundancy will be avoided. Redundant means what? Copying. Same thing you do again and again. Are you doing same thing redundantly? No, no redundancy. Redundancy is eliminated. So the advantages of inheritance concept, if you implement, do not create everything in one place. That is not good. See, am I going to teach Pega classes, DevOps classes, Python class, everything are we going to conduct in the same classroom? No, we have organized. Everything is organized. Organized. This classroom is separated. DevOps classroom is separated. Python classroom is separated. Why should you do that? If you make everything connected at one place, clumsy, it will be difficult. See, really, if you speak, loans, insurance, cards, everything can be done by one department. I will define. I'll ask everyone to sit there and do it. Practically, they will be able to do it. Okay, but the problem is that it will be somewhat clumsy and difficult to maintain. I'll tell you another way around. You have some dresses. I don't know whether I have told you this example or not. You have some different types of dresses. Casual wear, you have these dresses, casual wear. Ethnic wear, you have. Party wear, you have. Okay, these are different 3 types of dresses. So you have a shelf. Inside shelf, you can mix up everything and place at one place. The dress you want, you can ultimately access it. You want casual dress from that mix up, you can access it. Ultimately, you'll access it. But difficulty, you feel it difficult because you have mixed up casual dresses, ethnic wear, party, everything you have mixed up in one rack. so that ultimately you'll find out at the end of the day, but it will take more time. It will be difficult to manage and maintain. Instead of this, you separate into 3 racks, divide into 3 racks, casual dress in rack 1, other dresses in rack 2, and other dresses in rack 3. Then you can easily pick it. Correct? This is proper segregation is required. When you are setting up your business, segregate the work as separate departments. Same way, when you build it as a digital product application, for each type of work, you come up with one separate class. How many classes you should create in your application? How do you know? Depends on how many departments are there physically exist in your real business. Okay, so those many classes and reusable components you place inside the verification class. I'm sorry, parent classes. Parent classes. Make sense, every one of you? Are you clear? Okay, now. So next topic is again related to this example. Oh, what is the question? Someone was trying to ask a question. What was that? Someone has raised their hand, I believe. Okay. If you have raised a hand, you can ask. Otherwise, no problem. Next topic that we are going to discuss types of classes. No, this is again going to be told with the same example. Okay. Now, see, technology has provided classes. By implementing a concept of encapsulation, they have created class. Good. But again, they have segregated classes into 2. One is abstract class, abstract type of class. Second one is concrete type of class. What is the type of class? 2 types of classes. Abstract type 1, concrete type of 1. Okay. What is the purpose of each of these classes? What does each of these classes will do? Concrete class. See, generally you know class. A class contains functional components plus attributes. It contains functional components will be there. There's no doubt about it. Plus attributes will be there. So are these 2 available at abstract class also? These 2 are available at abstract class, yes or no? See, if you remove the word abstract, you remove the word concrete, what is remaining? Class remaining. Class only you segregated. The basic behavior of class will not go away. Containing functional components plus attributes will be there both in both classes. Now, concrete class, listen to me carefully. We can initiate. What is the meaning of initiate? Trigger. Initiate means triggering. Can initiate transaction processing. Okay, this you need to take it, okay, into mind. Initiate meaning that triggering. That's a beginning. You're going to trigger it. And here cannot. What is that? Cannot initiate transaction process. Cannot initiate. That's a difference. Main difference between abstract class and concrete class type. Difference between these two. Concrete class can initiate the transaction. Abstract class cannot. What is the meaning of cannot? Cannot means can deals with what? English language. I'm talking about English language. In English,
Possible.
can defines the ability.
Possible.
Can defines the ability, not possibility. I'm sorry. Ability. Cannot means what? It doesn't do or it has no ability to do. What is that? No ability to. I cannot sing means I'm not a singer. I'm not a singer, that's why I cannot sing. If I say I do not sing means I know singing, but I don't sing now. I don't want to sing now. Okay. So cannot means no ability. Means abstract classes doesn't have ability to initiate the transaction. Even if you are willing to initiate, no rights are provided. Concrete class has ability. It is able to initiate transaction. Now you see. Go back to previous example of bank departments. How many departments are there? Loan, insurance, cards, verification. You had departments set up in your business. Someone wants loan. Where the loan transaction will be initiated? Loan department. Loan department has the right. Is it able to initiate loan transaction? Yes or no? Able. Insurance class. Insurance department can can initiate insurance type of transaction? Yes. Cards class can initiate providing credit card or debit card issuing transaction? Yes. Tell me now, verification class, is it going to participate during the transaction processing of any of these three, or it
No.
can initiate loan insurance cards? Any of these three, can these three be initiated at verification department? Yes or no? Initiation.
No.
Can
No.
verification department
No.
initiate loan or insurance or cards? That's the actual business.
No.
No.
It cannot and it should not. As per the business, it should not, but it will participate. Its involvement is needed while the transactions are processing. At the time of transactions initiated and during processing, verification department should involve to perform verification of loan, insurance, cards. Yes or no? Related to some these three something. Now verification department shouldn't have any ability. It shouldn't be given any right or ability to initiate the transaction. Yes or no? If you set up the same way you set up, same way when you create all these as classes, you create verification class as abstract class. Do not use any abstract word here. This is concrete class, generally speaking. Yes or no? These are all what? Concrete. When you create classes, you need to decide. You need to decide whether you want to create abstract classes or whether you want to create concrete classes. How do you know? So if the class that you are creating, definitely both classes are going to have functional components plus attributes. The class you are going to create, are you going to design something inside to initiate the transaction? Yes means concrete class. No means abstract class. Understand here? Is abstract class a necessity in the business or is a mandatory in the business? There is a difference. I'll tell you difference. Are you clear so far? First thing, are you clear with real life example and so far? Clear, right?
Yep.
When to create abstract, when to create concrete. Okay, transaction initiation concrete, otherwise abstract. I have created one application. Just to think the possibility, practical possibility you think. Don't go by ideal approach. I have one application. Inside the 10 classes are there. All 10 are abstract classes. All 10 are abstract classes only. Now, is it possible to run my business?
No.
Never. You need at least one, all 10 abstract, okay, at least one concrete class is needed, no?
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yep.
Now, at least one concrete class being available in an application is mandatory. Okay. Now I have one application. All 10 are concrete classes only. All 10 are concrete. Now my question is, will I be able to run my business practically? No, not even a single abstract class is there. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Abstract class is not a mandatory thing. Based on the structure of your business, you introduce it. So because in my real business, I have a need of setting up a department which should not have any right to initiate the transaction. Because such department is existing in my business, I am creating abstract class in the digital world. Yes or no? If there is no abstract department in my business, then am I going to create any abstract class? So
No.
is it really needed, necessary to have abstract class in an application? If they ask a question, is it
No.
mandatory that we need to have at least one abstract class in our application? Never.
No.
No.
No. Abstract class is something which you use, create as per your business structure. It's even though not even single abstract class, your application will work. Your application will. So did I say anytime concrete class is not going to? Okay, I'll tell you another point. Usually, I'm using the word usually. Usually, abstract classes occupies the place as parent class. Place of parent. Usually, when you set up your business, usually abstract classes will come at the top level as parent position. It takes parent position because it will supply common components. It will not do any processing. It will supply common components to the processing units, so that abstract classes usually will come at top or bottom level in your application. Will come at top level. From this, can you tell me one thing? Organization, division, unit, out of these three, which one is concrete? Yesterday I told you about
Unit.
organization.
Unit is
Unit
concrete.
is concrete. Arc dev, organization and division. These are abstract or not?
Abstract classes.
Abstract
These two
classes.
Abstract
are
classes.
abstract only. These two are, because organization they are not selling anything. Division also they are not selling. They are asking to go to unit only sales.
Yep.
Units are always concrete. Org dev are always abstract as per the
Abstract.
Yep.
business structure. Okay. These points everyone clear. Types of classes you understand.
Yep.
Sure, sure.
See, every concept that we are discussing now, we are going to implement it practically. I'm not simply telling you. With consciousness, we do it. It's not blindly, I don't want you to go. Okay, consciously, I want you to go. Pega's main motive is a developer should not even be knowing about these things and do development using App Studio. App Studio motive is to eliminate all these things. If you're going through Dev Studio, you should be conscious about these things. Again, you are becoming a technical guy, right? Somewhat. You never need to know about these concepts, but system will take care of it. That's what App Studio is slowly being established as. Now you are getting the point why App Studio is being introduced when there is Dev Studio. The reason is they are eliminating technical people. Their intention is to eliminate technical people. Okay, no problem. So, but it is little bit difficult. But divisions takes from organization. Divisions takes from organization. Okay, but divisions doesn't do transaction. Abstract can be parent. Abstract can be child to abstract. Again, bottom level concrete can come. N number of levels can be there abstract. N number of below concretes can be there. No problem. Okay. Vikram, what is the question or doubt? Yes, Vikram, what is your doubt?
So just a small question. So we are not writing any classes in this Pega, right?
We are not writing, we are creating. We
I
are
mean, we are
not
creating by the with
writing.
the predefined
We are
functionality.
going to create simply. So as of now, when you create application, Pega will create classes. Pega will create classes. Pretty rare situations. See, my intention is like this. I will show you both approaches. You create class, this navigational approach. Even without following this navigation, you create class by using wizard. Wizard will create automatically. So at least you follow this navigation without writing code. Even the navigation is eliminated with App Studio. Direct wizard. Wizard will create class. You don't even need to remember this navigation. Understand? So yeah, we will be creating classes sometimes. Okay. See, you are not going to work on very latest version of Pega when you join. 8.7 I'm teaching. I am going to teach 24.2 also, both. I don't think so. 90% of you are not going to work on these two versions. 90% of you are not going to work on these two. 90% of you are going to work on 8.4, 8.3, 8.2, 7.6 like that only. Okay, clear everyone? I am going to cover the approach of development in all versions. Traditional I will always cover. Latest I will always cover. Very latest constellation also I am going to cover. Okay, we have three levels now. Traditional, somewhat latest this is, and even very latest is constellation architecture. That also I'll cover. Okay, constellation no one knows in the market. Very less number of people they know constellation. Okay, but you will be learning that. Okay, after some time. So here you go now. This concept we are going to implement. Okay, I think it is good to stop here because it's going to be theory means it's going to be too much information. November 20, 2024. Tomorrow I'll tell you what are the different types of inheritances available in Pega. See, inheritance concept will never change wherever you go. Inheritance means parent to child, child can access from parent, and child can access from grandparent, grandparent, great grand, and so on. That concept will never change wherever you go. Pega, Salesforce, anywhere. But how Pega implemented it inheritance? By its structure, okay, what are the different types of inheritance available in Pega? If we discuss this tomorrow, it will take around half an hour. It will take around half an hour. Once this discussion is over, we are good to start creating user interface screens in the proper classes, proper applications, proper application and proper classes. Okay, every one of you, are you clear so far? Any doubts that you have in the concept of abstract concrete class, inheritance concept, and class encapsulation? Encapsulation class. Can any one of you tell me what is the difference between encapsulation and class?
Same.
Both are same, but where it differs?
Encapsulation is the idea that
One is idea,
Encapsulation is a
another one is
concept.
Theory.
yeah.
implementation. Encapsulation is an idea, class is an implementation in the
Technical
technology.
aspect.
Implementation of idea.
Yes,
Technical
correct.
aspect.
Yes, technical aspect, correct. And inheritance is a concept again. Inheritance concept is been, it can be implemented between classes. It will be implemented between classes where you inherit a class from another class. One will become child, another will become parent.
Parent.
And abstract concrete, when I tell you, it is not mandatory to have abstract classes in an application, but it is good to have when you have such departments. Definitely, every application will have abstract for sure. There's no doubt about it. But practically speaking, an application runs without abstract. Possible. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so while creating implementation, it is showing me this no case types available. Yes, that's what I have told you. While we are practically creating no case types, no data types, you just need to continue. Remember this, while practicing, you should take the reference of screenshots. You should take the reference of screenshots that I have provided in a document. You should take it. Okay. Once before you start hands-on, go through that screenshots, go through that screenshot document fully from beginning to ending. You go through it 2 times at least. You have a clear picture of what you wanted to do, what is your journey. Then you start hands-on practical. Okay, that's a better way to, right way to do while creating implementation. Some of the class already available in Pega platform that also can be used in our application at the base. Yes, I'll tell you those things. OOTP classes, I did not talk about Balaji so far. I'll give you the names of OOTP classes, how we are going to use OOTP classes, because to tell you these things, no, I need to cover OOTP classes. Okay, I'll write down that also. 5. This is not part of OOPS concepts, but I'm going to write here 5 OOTB classes. OOTB classes. If you understand the need of OOTB classes, then only you will come to know and understand types of inheritance in Pega. Okay, so I'll tell you this tomorrow. I'm going to attach these documents now in 22. They will be sharing you on your this thing. Pega class. November 19, 2024. Today, I have just stopped the session 5 minutes before itself. And I'm just giving you information that every one of you. So your deadline for the fees payment has approached. Every one of you, as a reminder, I'm telling you, you should finish the fees payment by today end of the day. Okay, please do it by today end of the day. Complete your fees payment. Talk to admins for any concerns. You need to talk to admins for any concerns, but it's a time that we have already given you 3 demos plus. I mean, like to so far how many sessions? 7 sessions we have allowed you, out of which 2 demos and 5 regular classes. Huh?
Correct.
4 regular plus 2 demo means
3
six
demos.
classes. Okay, that is pretty much fair enough to allow anyone. Okay, so those who have already completed, you can ignore my words, and those who are yet to do, please talk to admins and do it immediately and share them the screenshot and get the material and everything else. And
So, but
620,
one question, Harsha. So, I just
go
I
ahead.
made everything is clear on my end, but I haven't received the location of the Google Drive and everything, such kind of things.
Drive they have not created. I will tell you the process. See, Drive they will create once all the students enrollment is completed, maybe in 2 or 3 days, in 2 days max. Till then,
Okay.
they will upload video into YouTube. Till then only they will upload, because very basic classes uploading into YouTube not a big deal. Nothing we will be losing, right?
Right.
So basic class they'll upload in YouTube and give you link. You can watch there, no problem. I think they are sending you on WhatsApp. The moment they stop this enrollment process in 1 or 2 days, they will create Drive and give access to all of you at a time. They have already collected your details by one form, right?
Yeah.
From there, they will take your email ID. They give you access to Google Drive and Google Classroom at a time.
Okay.
Okay, mostly.
But and one more question, Harsha. So, I think I asked this question earlier, but do we use? I mean, do we create classes while we developing the Pega?
Yes, we
So,
create classes. We create classes without writing any code.
oh,
Rightly create
okay.
new class names, create. That's it, done.
Okay.
Save.
Okay.
Choose the option, concrete abstract. So pretty less we'll create. We'll
Yeah.
create, you know,
Yes.
we'll create so many times. As a navigation experience of sysadmin class, this experience will be reduced, and wizard experience you'll see more.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
You'll be creating for sure, but not in a non-coding way. Any other doubts or questions? WhatsApp group also they will add. As you start paying the fees, if you pay now, they will immediately add you into group. I think the people who have made the fees payment, you might be already available in group. See, is there
Yes.
if there is anyone who has made the fees payment but not yet been added into group, just send a message to admin. I have paid the fees. This is my payment screenshot. I have not been added into WhatsApp group. They will add you into WhatsApp group. What's only drive access they will give at the end. Till then they will upload into YouTube only. Okay.
Okay.
Any other
Sorry.
doubts or questions?
No.
Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. If you don't have any questions or doubts, if you're good to go ahead, you can wind up for today. But my request is a blueprint. You're asking, someone is asking blueprint. Yes, those concepts of blueprint creation, all that is part of constellation. I'll be teaching you at the time of constellation. Listen to me. Learn the traditional way of development of UI. Over. Then I will teach you in constellation same thing and back to traditional again. Okay. Yes, blueprint and all you will be learning. Yes, whatever the fees payment that you have done, the student, respective student, should send the screenshot with the transaction reference number and they will add you into WhatsApp group. No worries. They will definitely add. If you have done last night, this night, maybe you will get added after a few hours from now. Night means we have not seen, no? So maybe yesterday daytime, India daytime, day before yesterday, if you have paid the fees, but you are not been added, then you contact them immediately. Pega upgrades and all, no? We are not going to do any upgrade here. Upgrade is not your job. Upgrade is admin's job. Okay. Upgrade is not so simple as we think here. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You can wind up for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining everyone. Okay. Join on time. That's my request to every one of you. On dot 9 we are going to start. Be available on dot 9. I'm seeing many students are connecting after 9 o'clock.
Okay.